This is the biology of 10th class. How do traits get expressed? In the previous video, I discussed the male and female chromosome. So here, how do traits get expressed? Already we came to know that the traits are because of the genes which are present on the DNA. That is the nucleic acid. So in this video, I discuss how do traits get expressed, how they are expressed, and some activities, some examples I will give you here. Okay, first actually traits. Traits means expressed due to a pair of factors. Already I discussed this in the previous video. Expressed due to pair of factors. These factors are otherwise called as alleles, or nowadays we call it as genes. Okay, so the genes are present on the DNA, a segment of nucleic acid, that is DNA, in the nucleus. Okay, they are present on DNA in the nucleus. And then slight inheritance or inheritable change in its structure leads to variation. So in this video, I discuss some variations and also evolution, how these variations will lead to the evolution. Okay, so slight inheritable changes in its, so inheritable changes is a very important point here. So whatever change will occur in one gene, that should be carried to the progeny, then only that will be variation, otherwise that will be stopped then and there. Okay, so with that offspring, the character will be closed, but when it is carried to other generations, then that leads to variation in the population. So how all this will happen, let us see. And before going to that, what are the things that will carry these heritable characters? Okay, actually here DNA shape. For the first time, this DNA shape has been described by Crick and Watson, for which they got the Nobel Prize, and they revealed that this is double helix model. Okay, double helix model, and these two like a spider. Okay, so these two spiders will be having these alternate sugar. So this spiral shape, actually DNA shape is double helix, that is spiral shape, and here two spirals will be joined horizontally with some steps, and these steps are called as bases, and here these alternative this spiral helix that will be having sugar and phosphate alternately. Okay, these two will be connected horizontally with the steps, and these steps are called as bases. Actually these two are the groups, and these two groups are joined horizontally with the steps, and here these bases are having adenine, guanine, thymine and cytosine. These are the chemicals. Okay, and actually these chemicals are the causing factors for these heritable characters. Slight change in them will lead to the variation. Okay, so here sex determination in humans, and before going to that, in viruses RNA also controls the character, but in other cases only the DNA will control the characters, whereas in viruses even RNA also control the character. This is first discovered in 1953 by Crick and Watson. Okay, then sex determination. So here for the trait example, here I have given color of the hair and skin, etc. Color of the skin, etc. So this is nothing but the trait. Sometimes suddenly you will see the color of the hair will be changed in the progeny. Sometimes the skin also will be changed color in the progeny. So that is a trait. Okay, that will be carried. Then sex determination in humans. Actually we think that the female is the main factor for determination of the sex. But actually that is not true. Actually the male person, that is the father, is the sex determination person. Okay, here before going to that, I will explain you how it is. Okay, so first here male, this is male, and XY chromosomes are present. Okay, and the female, that is XX chromosomes. Okay, after this cross, this male and here female, and this which is 44 chromosomes, and that means 22 pairs of chromosomes, and here XY one pair of chromosome. Actually we know that 23 pairs of chromosomes are present in the human beings. Out of 23, 22 are autosomes. Autosomes means they will not carry the heritable characters, whereas XY, this is the only one pair of chromosome, and actually this is the main thing to carry the heritable characters, the genes actually. So these are the sex chromosomes, and these are autosomes. Here also female, if you take, and X and XX chromosomes 44, and then that is 22 pairs, and one pair is XX sex chromosome. Okay, so this is sex chromosome, this is sex determination here, and this is sex determining gene. And then this 44 and plus XY, how this has been divided, let us see first. gynosperm, that is 22 plus X, that is baby girl. Okay, and here 22 plus Y, this is androsperm, because Y deals with male, so androsperm, and this is gynosperm. So this is a baby girl and this is a baby boy. Okay, so here for the baby boy, 44 as usual autosomes plus XY chromosomes, that is a sex determining gene, and here 44 plus XX, that is the sex determining gene. This is female and this is male. So how this will be continued further carrying of the characters in the progeny, that I discuss now. So here again I have written just to avoid the ambiguity and all. See here, male 44 plus XY and crossing with female 44 plus XX chromosomes. Here this will be 22 plus X and here 22 plus Y. This is actually X, only X is here and only Y is here. Okay, and here also only X is carried and here only Y is carried. Okay, and this is called as allosome, and these are the gametes in fact, and these are the autosomes. Allosome is nothing but the sex carrying gene. Okay, these are called allosomes, otherwise called as sex chromosomes, and these two are 22 pairs of autosomes. Okay, so after the fusion of these two, male and female, then here this is gynosperm. Gynosperm means female, because X is there, and here androsperm, that is male, so that is indicated by Y chromosome, and here again because this is a mother and both the chromosomes are X only here. Okay, because here this is male, father, XY are there, that's why one is here, one X is distributed and here one Y is distributed, whereas here both are XX, that's why both these X will have only XX chromosomes. Then after this further fusion, then this is the ratio of getting the offspring. So here you see gynosperm fused with, here there is one more gynosperm in fact. Okay, because here X and here also X and X, that's why this is baby girl. Okay, and here androsperm is crossed with here one more gynosperm. This is gynosperm, nothing but. So then again 44 plus XY, because here only Y is there, so this Y is fused with this X of mother, that's why baby boy is produced here. And the same way here you see the other case, this is again for gynosperm and this one more gynosperm here, so baby girl 44 plus XX, and here one more here male, this is girl, and here again boy, that's why this is baby boy. So here two baby boys and two baby girls have been born. So this is the offspring ratio. So we can say that the father is the sex determining character, because he is having X and Y, whereas mother is having only XX chromosomes. With which chromosome this mother's chromosome is matched, then we get either male or female. So that depends on the father's sex determining person. The next one is evolution. So how actually this evolution will be? Evolution is nothing but some variations, continuous variations. So suddenly some changes will occur sometimes the DNA has to duplicate, but sometimes it will not copy the character as usual, so some errors will be done, and because of these errors this variation will occur, and these variations gradually will lead to the evolution. Okay, so according to the environment sometimes changes will take place, and according to the genetical copying also sometimes the variations will occur. Let us see the environmental changes and also how these genetical changes also are interlinked. That let us see first. Here one example has been given in your textbook, that is beetle example, and I'll show you in your textbook so that you can understand very clearly, and I'll explain you now. So all of you open your textbooks, and the page number is 179. In the first case you see, this is the variation in beetle population. Here this is only assumption, not a practical thing, only assumption. In the first case all the beetles are red in color, but except one beetle which was green. Okay, so this green character will be continued in further progeny, and the number of beetles will be changed. So in the next generation you can see number of green beetles have been increased, and for continuously this progeny is having the number of green things are more. And finally, you can see only green beetles. This is because one more fact is also influencing this, because when all the beetles are in red color, that can be seen easily by the crows, and the crows will eat. Whereas because of this green one, the further progenies will have only one color, that is green colored beetles, and all there is a possibility of survival of the beetles because of the green color, because the crow cannot see the green color very distinctly like the red color. So like that, these red colored ones beetles were died, whereas this green colored beetles will be survived. So this is only one assumption. And next assumption is you can see that situation 2, and here a color variation arises during reproduction, so that the one beetle that is green in color instead of red. So this already explained you now. And the next situation, let us first situation, you can see that the condition we call it as natural selection, because the green ones are survived because of the natural selection, because they are adapting the natural color. Okay, so this situation we call as natural selection. And second situation, in this situation one more assumption in fact, and this here instead of green color, blue colored beetles you can see, and gradually these blue colored beetles will be survived. Actually both the colors will be eaten by the crow, because both the colors are very distinct on the green color. So like that it has happened. But accidentally what will happen, if an elephant or herd of elephants will come and they stamp on the beetles, so automatically all the suppose this is also assumption, all the red beetles were killed and stamped, and only the blue beetles will be segregated here and there. And finally you can observe that the further the progeny will have only blue colored beetles, and these blue colored beetles may survive, and that will be formed into a new beetle. And one more interesting here situation here, actually in this case, if the red beetle from very far place will be carried by a crow, and if it drops in the bushes of these forest area where these blue beetles are there, and these red beetles these blue beetles will receive red beetles as the strangers, and there is no possibility of the mating and all. So like this also, even though the same species, there won't be any sexual reproduction. This is also because of the changes in the places, because the red beetle has come from very far away place with the help of a crow or something else, okay, a bird. So like this also we can observe, this is also an assumption. And one more situation, third situation, that is actually this one is called as diversity in population, whereas third situation is genetic variation. Okay, so how this genetic variation will take place? Here poorly nourished beetles, actually in the first situation, all the beetles you can see, all the beetles are red in color and they are very healthy, whereas because of some problem in the plants, because these beetles will feed on the plant and the plant is having some disease, and the plant production will be stopped, and finally these beetles will not get proper food and nourishment, so they will become very light in weight and they lose the weight. But whenever again these plants will grow after avoiding this disease and all, then again they will get their own growth and they are healthy. So this is so we can say, by this example we can say that the hereditary character is not actually this is not a hereditary character. This is not transmitted to the progeny. When food is good, then they will be nourished well and they will be healthy. If food is not provided properly, then they will lose the weight and all. But this losing weight is not a hereditary character. So that does not lead to the evolution, because no variation in the beetle color and all, but only the size has been downed and also it has been increased. So this is not the genetically transforming character, transporting character. Okay, so tomorrow I'll tell you the acquired and inherited characters and evolution. Thank you.